Shanquella Robinson's friends told her parents that she died from alcohol poisoning. That theory never sat right with her father, and he just, quite frankly, didn't buy it. Tonight, he is one step closer to learning what actually happened as the investigation into her death is now underway.
I know it wasn't no alcohol poison. I know it wasn't.
As we reported last night, Shanquella's death certificate never mentions alcohol poisoning. It lists the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. It says she died within 15 minutes of injury. In the box asking if the death was accidental or violent, the medical examiner wrote yes. State officials presiding over the case in Mexico have launched what's known as a femicide investigation. Michael Pt3 is an expert on femicide in this region of Mexico. He says that will dictate the early stages of the investigation.
It is supposed to be investigated in a very particular way that's sensitive to the gender dynamics of the crime.
Pt3 says when a woman is killed in Mexico, authorities are often required to open the investigation as a femicide. From there, they look into whether she was killed for reasons due to gender or if there were specific circumstances, such as domestic violence. Essentially, gender causes for violence have to be ruled out before it is classified as a homicide. Pt3 says attention on this case could help it be resolved.
That it is an American, though, means that there will be additional pressure on the Mexican government and the state government to resolve the case, and I think that will likely lead to a resolution.
Robinson says he wants justice and he won't rest until he gets it.
That's all I ask the Lord to do is just give me justice, not to let my daughter die in vain, man.
Hey Boujee True Crimers, and welcome back to another episode of Evil Strikes. I'm your host Boujee Hustla, and this is a Boujee Hustla production. If you're new to the channel, Evil Strikes is a new series that I started where I come on camera and I share a true crime case while beating my face, sometimes. So obviously you're here, YouTube's algorithm is doing what it's supposed to do, so you might as well join the rest of us and subscribe to the channel, get comfortable, because there are a lot more cases to cover. So first and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has supported my videos that I've uploaded in regards to coverage on Shanquella Robinson's case, especially since there have been so many other videos already uploaded. I honestly didn't think that many people would click on it, but here y'all are. So I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the videos. I just wanted to do my part to bring awareness to the situation, and regardless of if it had 100 views or 10,000 views or whatever the case is, I just wanted to make sure that if someone out there didn't know about this case, you were gonna see it from me. So that mission has been accomplished, and I thank you guys so much for that. And lastly, welcome to all of the new Boujee True Crimers. Thank you for subscribing. Normally, the style of videos that I do is true crime documentary form. I don't like to be the first to post. I like to be the person who gathers all of the information and then compiles something that makes sense, instead of having multiple videos back to back trying to beat everybody else to the punch. That's just never been my style, and with the amount of editing that I normally do, there would be no way for me to even keep up with that anyway. So that's why I saw in the comments some people were like, what new footage and stuff like that. I'm just like, it was new at the time that I found it. So sorry, but yeah, I'd rather come with all of the details compiled into one. That's just my style of videos, and like I said, I normally do that while doing my makeup because I am a beauty content creator, so I just mesh the two together. So remember how I just finished saying I don't like to make multiple videos back to back? Well, while editing this video, actually I was just about to be done, I decided to do one last final search to see if there was anything else that I wanted to discuss or bring to you guys before I upload this video, and of course I found something. So I'm going to add this new information, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are not aware of this. So I'm going to put it at the very, very end of the video, like after I say my outros and everything, because I've already edited the video the way that I wanted it to be edited. So I'm just going to put it at the very end, and it actually pertains to the details of Shanquella's death. So there actually may be some truth to what Nazir was saying. But like I said, I'm going to share that information at the very, very end of the video. So make sure you keep watching it all the way through. Okay, back to the video currently. So in my last video, I had a lot of questions. And one of those questions was, what was the motive behind wanting to beat up Shanquella so badly? Like, why did everybody have it out for this girl? So little did I know, within less than 24 hours, someone was going to answer that question. And it actually came from a commenter. I don't know if she's subscribed or not, but I'm going to post her up here somewhere on the screen so you can see her comment. Like I said, my style is to wait and then report. I don't like to be the first to report everything. And I know sometimes that can be a little frustrating because y'all be on it. Y'all really be on it. I'm not even gonna hold you. Y'all really be on it. So what people are saying is that it was motivated by jealousy and monetary gain. So I'm actually gonna read her comments. Like I said, I'll put it on the screen somewhere. And she said it was alleged on another channel that she was not okay with the treatment she was receiving and had decided to cash out and leave, causing a cash flow problem for the others. But whatever the truth, these people need to be held accountable, and my heart breaks for the family. Thank you for making sense of the senseless. R.I.P. Shanquella. Thank you. You're welcome. I just tried to do my part, but yeah, so as you can see, so basically it was monetarily motivated. So obviously she didn't mention what channel it was that she watched, but I figured, you know, if this person found information, I probably can as well, because I'm pretty good at finding details. So I went ahead and put my thinking cap on and got to work, and I came across something. So I landed on hiphoplive.com, which is a pretty reputable website when it comes to news in the hip hop world. And just to correct myself, that's hip hop vibe, like V as in Victor, IBE, like what you see on the screen. I don't know why I said live. I was so ready to eat lunch, y'all. I was hungry, so the brain cells were definitely on low. And so I decided to go ahead and read what they had going on there, and that's where I came across the information. For the story for this particular blog starts off with a lot of the information that we already know and that I covered in a previous video. However, if this is your first time hearing about this story or you don't know all of the details, I will link my first video down in the description box. So basically they summarized Shanquella's story up until this new bit of information to me. Okay, new to me. Y'all probably already know this because y'all are like, y'all be quick. Ooh, too fast for me. But anyway, it says Shanquella Robinson's story is sad enough without any further reports. However, her family is seeking all of the details in order to serve justice. As a result, they continue to press this case despite how painful it is. One of Robinson's friends, who did not join her on the Cabo trip, took to Facebook with even more information. According to this young woman, Robinson was also robbed of $10,000 by the people she trusted. In addition, this young lady says that Robinson is the one who paid for the Airbnb where they were residing. Shanquella Robinson was allegedly robbed of $10K by her so-called friends. Okay, now before I even say what I want to say next, I know somebody in the comments of my first video tried to come for me talking about, why are you talking about the villa? We don't care about the villa. We want to hear the story. Baby girl, the villa is the story. Hello? That is the story. Shanquella had money. She paid for the villa, then she wasn't feeling the vibes, and she decided she wanted to cut that trip short. And that meant more money was gonna come out of their pockets. They were already bums anyways because Shanquella paid for the villa, so I really don't know why they were so pressed if she decided to cut the trip short. Maybe they were gonna have to like cover whatever was left over. I don't know all those details, but all I know is that she didn't want to be there any longer, and so she was gonna leave. And they said, you're not leaving, at least not the way you came. So the coverage on that villa was to show y'all how expensive and extravagant and lavish it was, which means it cost big money, right? And since all of these bum birds didn't have the money, they decided to attack the one girl who did. So that was why I put that in the video. So this friend of Shanquella's, her name is Kayla Ryan. I'm gonna put the screenshot so you guys will see what I'm talking about. And this is what she had to say. They stole $10K from Quella and she paid for their Airbnb, SMH. And her father confirmed that it's a second video showing Winter grabbing her by her neck, body slamming her, and she never got back up. So they were broke and desperate and jealous. That's a tough life to live. Can't relate. But this is wild. Now, I did find her on Facebook, so I did reach out to her. I sent her a message to see if maybe she could elaborate a little more on what she knew pertaining to this trip, because I'm trying to find out, how did she know all of this happened? Like, was she in communication with Shanquella while she was in Mexico? I basically want to know how she knows. And I'm sure y'all want to know how she knows as well. So I reached out to her. Matter of fact, let me see if maybe she has responded. Okay, no, she hasn't responded yet. I sent the message this morning. And I'm sure if I've messaged her, other people probably have as well. So she's not really obligated to talk to anyone other than a lawyer and authorities. And that's probably the route she's going to take. I don't know. But, you know, if something comes of it, then I definitely will update you guys. So I wanted to also make a couple of corrections. It's actually only 2 really, from my first video. So someone mentioned that I may have said that there was alcohol in Shanquella's system, or that she was intoxicated. I know for a fact that I said the report stated that there wasn't alcohol in the system. So that should have clarified any confusion regarding whether she was intoxicated or not. But there is a chance I may have misspoken sometime later on in the video, which if that was the case, then my apologies, but there was no alcohol in Shanquella's system. Like I stated, the toxicology report did not show any liquor or drugs in her system. So there's that. Then the other thing that I wanted to correct, because I know for a fact I said this, in the fighting video where I played the audio for you guys, in the background you hear someone saying, Quella, you ain't gonna fight, you ain't gonna, you know, whatever. I know in that video I said it was Khalil, but actually it was Malik. And I came across a screenshot of an update on everyone's part and how they played their part in the murder of Shanquella Robinson. So this screenshot actually came from Shanquella's mother's Instagram account, and from the looks of it, it was recently created about a week ago. So let me go ahead and share that with you as well. I'll put the screenshot somewhere up here and you guys will see the parts that everyone played. Now, in regards to the accusations regarding Winter's fight video, I was not able to find that. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen that video, but I haven't seen it. So I don't know what to make of that. But so I guess we're just going to have to go on the word of Kayla in regards to Shanquella's father confirming that this video of Winter allegedly body slamming Shanquella actually exists. But I just find it strange because I feel like I've been hearing about Winter's video for the better part of 1 going on 2 weeks now. And I think I've even seen some people claim that they viewed this video. But if Kayla is stating that the video is quote unquote soon to drop, how is it that all of these people are seeing a video that hasn't even been publicized? I feel like that people are chasing clout. They dead wrong for that, because this is not about clout chasing. This is about getting justice for a girl who was attacked by the Cabo 6, which is what news reports are now calling them. Like, that's crazy. Could you imagine going on vacation, doing what they did, and now your name is forever going to be associated with the Cabo 6? Regardless of whether you think you're innocent or not, the fact that they all left our girl Shanquella for dead in Mexico and then came back and lied to that family, they're all guilty, whether you put hands on Shanquella or not, because not one of you did anything to administer help for this girl until it was too late. And that right there is enough for me, for all of them to go to jail. Prison. I keep saying jail. Prison in Mexico. Let's be clear. They need to be extradited back to where they thought they were going to get away from. So the update is as follows. So Winter Donovan is the girl who fought her second. She body slammed Shanquella. Malik Dyer is the guy telling her at least hit back. Dejanay Jackson is the girl fighting her on video. She claims Quilla faked jumped at her. Okay. Alyssa Hyatt is the girl who leaked the video. See, I was wondering how is all this information coming out, because the only people who were in this room were those 7 people. So someone is chirping. I feel like Alyssa's going to be the one to break, in my opinion. I feel like she's going to be the one to break her silence first. But anyways, she was the one who leaked the video, fought her second. Her reason for leaking the video is because she claims she was scared. And I still don't have any sympathy for Alicia, because you sitting there talking about you were scared. What about Shanquella? She was scared too. Another reason why I think that she's going to break. And Khalil Cook, her best friend, that has the beard in the video, that didn't do anything. See, that's wild, because I have a gay best friend who is male, and I know for a fact he would not let that shit go down. Not ever. Not on his watch. No, not at all. Because first of all, Shanquella is naked. That's the first point. She is completely naked. So why do y'all have phones out ready to record? Like, what's the purpose of recording? That means you plan on showing this to someone or sharing this online. You're not about to be sitting here recording my friend naked to possibly upload online. That's what's not gonna happen. Not on my watch, at least. You know what I'm saying? And then secondly, it's like, why is everyone just standing around watching this fight go down? You know, these are the same questions I had in the last video. But apparently it's because they did not care. They ambushed her. They wanted her money. They killed her for $10K, which was split amongst them. And then, oh, allegedly now, all of this is alleged, but allegedly, not only did they steal $10K, but they stole her credit cards, which they were able to use to book their flights back home the same day. Because remember, they're already on bum energy, so they could barely afford to even stay in the villa that they were at, let alone get last minute flights back to the United States from abroad. So they definitely had to, you know, have some financial assistance, and that's where Shanquella came in. So this story is just out of control. Then I came across a picture of a post that Dejanay posted on, I don't know, one of her social medias. This girl is out here trying to get paid to talk. Girl, you done already stole $10K. You ain't getting none of our money. You either gonna talk for free or you gonna talk behind them bars. This is that simple. You wanna talk while you're free and get a better deal? Or you can get up in that investigation room with them police if the streets don't catch you first. You flew from Mexico back to America, went silent, went into hiding, and then the first opportunity you get to break your silence, you talking about money, posting a Cash App, I'm not gonna talk unless you pay me? Yo, you are wildin'. This is how I know the accusations about them beating this girl to a pulp over money is true. In my opinion, it's true. Because that's all she cares about is the paper. She's not talking about condolences. She's not apologetic for what she did. None of that. None of that. She's talking about money. Girl, you done stole $10K from this girl. You don't have any of that left over? It's only been like 3 weeks. Girl, I digress. So I do want to again send condolences to the family, because I know this is not easy to deal with, especially publicly. Oh, also I did read that Kyrie Irving, my boy Kyrie, donated $65,000 to the family as well, which is amazing. So I love Kyrie. He's always looking out for people. That was a really nice thing of him to do. I feel like he's that older brother who may not always be around, but he's around when it's important. So that's gonna do it for today's video, you guys. I sincerely want to say thank you again for all of the new followers, my new bougie true crimer gang. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting on? Why haven't you subscribed? It doesn't matter, just do it. If you guys have any other updates that I may not have mentioned in the video, feel free to share them down in the comment section, and let's keep it cute. Okay, let's keep it cute, because the comment section is a privilege, not a right. So if you're talking out the side of your neck, you're gonna get that block. My block game is pretty strong, so try it if you want to. Also, if you guys have a case that you would like me to cover and you want to submit it, all you gotta do is go to the description box, click the link, and that will take you to a Google form where you can fill out the information. And if it's a case that I want to cover, you'll see it pop up on my channel. And share, like, and I will see you on another episode of Evil Strikes. Take care. All right, guys, so welcome to part 2 of this video. Like I said, this is some new information that I just came across right before I was about to start the upload process. But as you guys saw at the very beginning of the video, that was one of the things that I recently just came across, was the new reports regarding the process of the autopsy and finding out what the cause of death was for Shanquella. So as you guys saw, Mexican officials had to rule out femicide as an option because I guess that may be a prevalent thing in Mexico, where a lot of women are targeted simply because they are women, or, you know, for other reasons such as sexual assault. So they had to rule that out first before actually labeling this as a homicide. Okay, which is understandable. But my thing is, why release a statement that may not necessarily be true on how she died if you're not really sure yourself? You know what I'm saying? And I say this because there is an article that I came across which reveals some new information on how Shanquella actually passed away. And this actually would debunk what they originally reported, which was that she died within 15 minutes of her injuries that she sustained, which in my opinion is very lazy on their end. And I get that they're under pressure to solve this, but at the end of the day, giving false information or incorrect answer is worse than not giving an answer, right? Because at the end of the day, they could have simply said, well, we need to rule out a couple of things, but we will give you an update once we have a final report, because that's considered an answer, rather than giving some type of information just to shut the people up, essentially, and now coming back and saying, well, it's not this, now it's that, because now y'all don't sound credible. You sound like there are a lot of holes in your department, you know? So anyway, I digress. So let me go ahead and read this article that I came across. And there's some truth to it simply because of the people that they are talking about in this article, or the people who have given a statement rather. So once I read this article, you guys can kind of chime in the comment section and let me know your thoughts, because this article also kind of corroborates a little bit of what Nazir has been saying all along. So like I said, we'll see. So, according to excerpts from a police report obtained by the Charlotte Observer, a doctor from a local hospital in Cabo, Mexico, was with Robinson and other house members for almost 3 hours before she was pronounced dead on October 29th. The partial police report was provided to the Charlotte Observer by an investigative reporter for Metropoli MX, a news publication in Mexico. In the report, authorities say at 2:13 p.m. on October 29th, medical aid was summoned to the villa where Robinson and her vacation crew were staying, which is located in San Jose del Cabo. An hour later, Dr. Gutierrez, hopefully I said that right, from the American Medical Center, a local hospital in the area, arrived to assist Robinson, Shanquella. The doctor was then told by others at the house that Robinson had, quote unquote, drunk a lot of alcohol. He then decided to give Robinson an IV because, of course, based on what they're claiming, this is what would help clear her system out. Now, the report goes on to say that the doctor found a, quote unquote, a female, and understood in the report to be Robinson, aka Shanquella, with stable vital signs, but dehydrated, unable to communicate verbally, and appearing to be inebriated, which are all symptoms of someone who would potentially be alcohol poisoned. Now, the doctor then told the other housemates he believed that Robinson needed to be transferred to a hospital because she appeared to need more medical attention than he was able to provide from the villa. But her friends insisted that she be treated at the villa. And the doctor then tried to give Shanquella an IV, but was unsuccessful. According to the police report, an hour into the doctor's house visit, Shanquella began to have a seizure. 911 was called shortly after by one of the housemates. By this point, Shanquella Robinson was struggling to survive. She was suffering from difficulty breathing and a lowered pulse. At 4:49 p.m., which I'm assuming is Mexican time, the doctor detected Robinson had stopped having a pulse, and they quickly began giving her CPR. The report says police arrived at 5:25 p.m. and paramedics administered a total of 14 rounds of CPR, 5 doses of adrenaline, and 6 discharges without success. And discharges are the AED shocks. So they did all of that and nothing worked. Shanquella Robinson was pronounced dead at 5:57 p.m. according to the report. Now, it is worth mentioning that none of Shanquella's physical injuries were mentioned in the report. Why they wouldn't put something like that in the report is beyond me, but it was not there. According to a Mexican autopsy report, Shanquella's cause of death was severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which has left her family searching for answers. Shanquella Robinson died within the first 24 hours of a group trip to Cabo, etc., etc. We already know the rest. So that is basically what they are claiming. And I have some issues with that. For one, why did they allow these people to deny Shanquella medical attention? I don't know what the laws are in Mexico, so I can't really elaborate any further than just asking that question. But that is insane to me. You with your own 2 eyes, a medical professional, see that this person is inebriated or appears to be inebriated, incoherent, etc., etc. And everything that you are capable of doing is not improving her condition. You know for a fact that she needs to go to the hospital, but yet these people are telling you no. If you're a medical professional, you use your gut instinct to determine that something probably is not right here and they're probably trying to cover up something, right? But again, I don't know the laws in Mexico to know why he didn't push for Shanquella to be taken to the hospital. But knowing that detail alone further adds more insult to injury when it comes to the Cabo 6, because that's what they're being called, like I said before. So that's what I'm going to refer to them as moving forward. So not only did you guys administer these fatal blows, but you also denied her medical attention, which could have possibly saved her life. Now, of course, I'm assuming that the reason why they denied the medical attention was because they did not want to expose themselves and what happened in the villa. They probably were scared that the hospital would discover that she may not have been drunk, or they would discover that these injuries that she suffered from are actually related to a group assault, essentially. I'm assuming they have some brain cells left, some, and that may be why they denied the medical attention. Now, furthermore, this version of what has come out in regards to Shanquella's death kind of corroborates with what Nazir was saying. As far as the timeline is concerned with the medical professionals getting in the room and administering CPR and all of the other things mentioned in that article. But the other things I'm still gray about, but that part, this kind of corroborates that. But more importantly, because their economy may suffer from this ordeal is the only reason why they are working so hard to get this resolved. Not because of the fact that a human just died, but because they want to make sure their economy doesn't suffer. That is crazy to me. So I feel like even after we get the convictions that we're looking for the Cabo 6, I still don't think that I would want to visit Cabo, because let's face it, if this was to happen again, how do we know that they would take the next case as seriously as Shanquella's? And then we also have to remember they're only taking Shanquella's case seriously because we came together as a community and created an uproar, because there wasn't anyone suffering consequences for this woman's demise. So I don't know, y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. But I did want to share that information since like I said, I just came across it right before getting ready to upload this video. So that's the updates that I have. I'm getting ready to work on my next video that I already recorded. It's going to be my Thanksgiving upload. It is a new true crime case separate from this one. So if I find any other information that's pertinent to the case, I will of course make a video. But in the meantime, I want to thank y'all again for supporting the channel. And for all the new Boujee true crimers, hi, welcome, glad you're here. And if you're not already a part of the community, you might as well subscribe, like I said before, because you're gonna be back for more. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful day. And if you don't come back by Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Make sure you hug your loved ones and give thanks to the people that you have in your lives, because as you can see, you never know when the last time will be. So don't forget to share, and like. And I will see you on the next episode of Evil Strikes. Take care.